Let's be honest, collectibles are one of the most annoying things to actually collect in a game that has tons of them. Donkey Kong Bananza is filled with a ton of collectibles. We're talking over 700 Banadium Gems, and every single sub-layer has a ton of fossils that you need. And the point of this video is to actually show you a trick that makes it really easy for you to collect every single collectible in the game. That way you can use the fossils to buy whatever outfits you need for Donkey Kong, and even get different fur colors for Donkey Kong to customize them completely in the way you love. And Banadium Gems are going to be extremely important to get your skill points up. That way you can upgrade Donkey Kong in the game. And this method also is going to involve you just grabbing a ton of gold and Banadium chips, which also convert into Banadium Gems. Anyway, let's get into it as soon as you arrive in the Lagoon layer. All right, as soon as you land in the Lagoon sub-layer, go ahead and just grab your first 3 bananas because you need these Banadium Gems for your skill points. We're not really here for that, but if there's any Banadiums that are obvious on the way, we're just gonna grab them. And I'm gonna try to get you set up right away in order to get this farming method going, so you can get all the collectibles. All right, so just follow me past this enemy over here. So we should be located right about there. We're gonna jump past this area here, get to the edge, just like this, past this bubble. And let me pop up in the map so you can see exactly where I am. We are right over here at this edge, so if you need to, press minus on your controller, and you can see exactly where we are. Now, once you arrive here, there's going to be a wall right below you, and you'll see this fossil here. Now, there are 3 tiers of fossils in this game: the basic one, the middle one, and then the extremely rare one, as you can see on the right side of the screen. The fossils that we'll be hunting are going to be the medium tier range, so let me just go ahead and break this out of here, as it's going to take a second to get through in order to get this. Here we go. Okay, boom, we're gonna break that. And as you just saw, we did get a treasure map right now with a collectible, and our farming method is gonna be placed around that, and we'll get right to that. So let me just break this. So grab rocks to break this, since you not have the appropriate punching level to break through these harder tier colors. Let me just grab that, throw that here. It's a little bit of time. Come on. While the other PhillyBeatzU is struggling to break that fossil, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications if you enjoy Donkey Kong Bananza videos like this. Okay, back to him breaking the fossil. Okay. And we got the fossil. So that is the first fossil that you're going to have in the game. And if you want to keep track of fossils, you can open up minus on your map, press the Y button, and then tab over to fossils here. And you can see that we just collected the first Anomalocaris fossil, and there are a total of 10 in the game. For this method right now, we're going to get you 4 of them specifically. So after you grab your first one, we are right over here on the map. Just go ahead and follow me to the next location. So we're gonna go past here. So just showing you, I'm running down this pathway over here, just like this. Get past this wall here, and then we're gonna climb up this wall where these 2 monkeys are, just like this. Showing you again where I am on the map at all times. Then you'll come across this little area over here, where you'll see Rambi, and we'll see a very familiar face if you play Donkey Kong games. So go ahead, make a little pathway by throwing chunks at that, and then talk over here to Cranky Kong. He's going to give you a Banadium Gem, so just talk to him. By the way, Cranky Kongs are hidden in every single sub-layer in a certain spot, so you always find them. Anyway, once you get it, you're then going to smash right below you like this. So hit the B button on your controller, go down just like this, and just be a little careful and try to stay towards the wall. Okay, the fossil's about right there. Get a punch, and we got the second fossil. Great, that's the second one. Now, the next location that you're going to be heading towards is going to be right about here, underneath this area. So we're going to break down below the ground, and we're going to go down. So just smash down, hit B, and then you should arrive in an area filled with purple. See if we get a little lower here. And if for some reason you can't go all the way down, just keep smashing until you find a way where there's no purple blocking you. And we are down here. All right. And if you want to see the connecting walls, just follow the purple path until you arrive specifically at this, where you're going to use Pauline to sing, and then break it. This will then remove all the purple in the entire area, which is going to reveal this fossil on the wall again. So this is going to be your number 3 out of the 10 where in total, but we just need 4 for this video. So just opening up my map to show you exactly where I am down below. That's where I made the hole, and I kind of just banged all the way down there. All right, once you're done and you get that fossil, we're just going to follow out here, follow these walls and follow these darker gray ones, and just break through that. You'll then be put into a giant room where you find another Banadium Gem. We're just going to follow this pathway of the water, just like this. So hopefully this is, you're able to follow along here. We're going to go around, keep going, keep going. You can see open sky here. And then we're going to see another wall that we're going to punch right through. Break through that. And then we're going to come across this area right over here where there is an explosive material. And you'll see that there is a fourth fossil over there. We're going to grab this explosive material just like this. R2 to aim. And then just throw it at it. And you will get your fourth fossil. So now you have all the fossils that you need in order to proceed with our next objective of this farm method. All right, so now once you're done with this area, open up your map, and we're going to just zoom out a bit by pressing the ZL button, and we're gonna go towards this purple area right over here. So just place a marker if you need to by pressing X, that way you can see it, and we're gonna just walk ourselves to that location. Just break up to get out of this floor by pressing X, and I'm gonna walk over there. Okay, once you arrive at the mark that I showed you, you're gonna see that there is an enemy down below. See this explosive here? Just grab that and throw it at this enemy. Boom! Enemy's down. Break that little gold guy. The key is going to then fall right into the lock, and then hit that lock, and we're going to proceed down. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to be really going over any story aspects. I'm just going to straight up just show you exactly what we have to do in order to speed this up. So grab your extra bananas over here, because now we've entered sublayer 101. Now, if you pan your camera up, you'll see that there are some purple marks that are plugging up water, which is keeping the water level much lower than it needs to be. And our goal is just to break these in order to release the water. So we're going to do that in a second. But first thing you want to do is head over to this clothing shop right over here by this monkey, and you're going to be purchasing a specific item. This is the treasure tie level 1, which is going to increase the chance of a treasure chest that will appear as you destroy the terrain by 10%, which you kind of saw happen at a certain percentage earlier when I punched the wall during the first fossil and a chest drop that revealed a map. Now, these treasure chests that you find are going to drop a whole array of items, all the way from basic items like balloons, apple juice, melon juices, all the way to items like where the fossils are located on the map and where even Banadium gems are located on the map. So that way you can easily just see them and collect them. So we're going to go ahead and grab this tie, which is going to cost 1 of that fossil, and then it upgrades at level 2. So that's the 10% one at level 1. Then you're going to grab the level 2 one, which is 20%, but we can't get the level 3 version yet because we need to raise the water level in order to pull this off. So after you're done talking to this monkey, let's go ahead and quickly unplug these waters. So there's one on the right over there, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and drop down here quickly, straight from that. So open up my map, and I can show you exactly where I am. There we go. And also use your map to your advantage to kind of scan to see where you need to go. So there's one above here too. There's one down here. So let's go ahead and climb up this just like this. Dodge all these enemies here. And you can also grab these chunks in the air. So R2 to grab it. Sorry, ZR to grab it. And then we're going to throw it right at this. It's going to break and the water level is going to begin to rise. So that's 1 out of the 3 plugs we need to get rid of. There we go. That bridge is rising. Great. Now that we're done with that one, we still have to keep going. So we're going to head here, and then we're going to drop down just like this. And we're going to head over to this area here. So we are now officially right here on the lower part of the map, all the way on the right side. All right, once you arrive over here, you'll see a little enemy right like this. Grab that explosive and then just throw it at that, so that way you can make a pathway clear to climb up. Just go up with Donkey Kong here like this. Grab onto the mesh and proceed forward. Get through these enemies here. Boom. Pop. You can just hit them with the punch. Drop down and hit this rope just in case you fall down. You need to get back up because accidents happen in this game, and that's okay. There's a free Banadium gem here, so just hit that. And then climb up over here and take this barrel, which will send us back up to sub-layer 100. Now, once you're here, you'll notice that there is another objective marker all the way at the top, and it's going to be one of Voidco's other little structures that are blocking us. So we're just going to make our way over there. Should be easy to get to. And specifically, we're going to climb towards that green structure facing that wall. So we're going to go up here like this, avoid all these enemies, grab a chunk off the floor, R2, aim, and throw it right at that. Then hand slap to get these enemies off of you. Grab a piece of chunk here, right? R with ZR, and then double A like this, and then LZ to get across. Cool little trick here. So one more time to explain. You pick up a chunk with ZR, you double tap A to get a double jump, and then you hit ZL to get a spin forward, right? So once we arrive over here, just go ahead and break this, which will cause this floor to just crash, get rid of that void code structure, and you got yourself some more bananas. So that's pretty cool. Banadium gems. We need Banadium gems. There's a lot more Banadium gems here, by the way. These are just the ones that are straight in your pathway as we're playing. There we go, and we probably just got ourselves another skill point that we can use to upgrade. Now, after you get that skill point, you'll see that there are still 2 more plugs here. Go ahead and just punch this to create a rope in case you fall down in this location so you can get back up here. After you drop down the rope, then just go ahead, climb on this mesh, and just be careful of this enemy over here. Now, you automatically fall down with Donkey Kong if you touch anything but the net here. So just be careful of that. Wait for this slowly to come here and then make your way all the way over to this side here where you're going to see another explosive enemy. So for this, you're just going to dodge him, let him come up, pop up wherever he needs to. If you stand a little bit, bait him, and then he's going to pop up. Then just R2 to grab a chunk off of him, just like that. Okay, we got our chunk. And then aim at that pillar with R2 and then throw. This is going to cause the water level to rise even further, which is going to create a bridge that's going to allow you to head over to that elder that is across the bridge. Once that's done, simply just drop down here like this and go ahead and punch this Banadium gem. Grab that. You get cross to the Kong Elder's Court here. Make a little checkpoint here, and there's one more on the left side that we're going to take care of. So let's just do that real fast here. There's going to be some bait enemies here. So that left pillar's bait, that right pillar's bait. Get rid of these enemies real quick. Grab this explosive pillar like this with the R2, and then throw it at this, and we'll get maximum water level rising all the way up, just like that. Now, right before we come back to this Kong Elder Court, open up your map, hit that minus button, and then you could just teleport right back to this location, which is Salvager's Landing, which you already activated as soon as you drop down to Sublayer 101. And we're going to head back towards that shop area because there's one more fossil we need in order to upgrade to the max. Now, if you can see in the distance over there, there is another fossil on the wall. So we're just going to head towards that. So if you open up your map, just want to show that it's going to be off to this side here against this wall. Now, in order to get rid of this fossil completely and to break it, you have to break the rocks around it. So start smashing the rocks around it to get it a little bit loose. Just this, just that, there you go. And then after you break a certain amount of rocks by it, it should come free. Boom! And just like that, now you have the one-of-one whale fossil. And I'm just gonna get right back to the camp and go back to the clothing store here. Talk to this monkey, and now you have the treasure tie maxed out at level 3. So now you can go ahead and equip that tie because now you have a 30% chance of a treasure chest showing up when you have this tie equipped, which is going to show all those collectibles that I did talk about a little bit earlier in the clip. But we're not done yet because that's not the efficient way of doing it. Now, the next thing we need is to activate the Kong Bananza form, which is going to be really simple. So we're going to go back over here to the left side. And we're going to grab this music disc. And then we're going to just speed up and go towards the Elder here. And I'm not going to play any story spoilers. I'm going to let you guys do this. But we're just going to jump to the part where I end up just having my Kong Bananza form. So now that you've unlocked the Kong Bananza form, how do we exactly pair this with the method that we've talked about with this tie? So what you want to do on every single sublayer that you visit is find a very open area that has a lot of land that you can just keep smashing through, right? A great example is right at the start of this game. So we're going to teleport over here just like this. And we're just going to enter Kong Bananza form, right? And once you do that, you start smashing. Now, keep in mind, the tie is activated here, right? So now when you punch something, there's going to be a 30% chance of a treasure chest actually just showing up as we're breaking stuff. So we're just going to keep breaking with Donkey Kong here. All right, so there's our first chest. We should punch it. And let's see, did we get a chest? No, we have gold that shows up. I mean, it is great for farming. That's pretty essential. Buy a banana. Okay, keep smashing away. There we go. Chests are starting to show up. There's one chest. There's two chests. Let's see. Do we get treasure map here? That's gold. Treasure map in this one. All right, just smashing up stuff. Oh, there we go. Treasure chest. Gold. We are getting tons of gold. That's cool. There's another treasure chest here. There we go. Fossil map. So now we're getting some stuff showing up. And because you're just smashing up so many things here, you'll be able to reload your Kong Bananza form pretty quick by getting the gold. So you're just going to grab the gold and then start punching again. There you go. There's another treasure chest map over here. So these maps are going to start spawning pretty quick. There's another chest here. What's in this chest? Let's see. There we go. Another fossil. And we're going to just do this for a second here just to show you how much stuff happens when it comes to collectibles. Let me just keep breaking here, see what we get. There's another fossil. That's the rare fossil. Another trick that you can do is you can press the Z, L, and Y button. So Donkey Kong does this like spinning bang as well. So go into Kong Bananza form and start doing that, and you'll start ripping apart the entire land mass. Ooh, another rare fossil. Now, once you collect a bunch of these fossils and maps, you're going to then open up your map by pressing minus, and you'll see all of a sudden we have these markups on your map showing the various fossil locations. And if you get Banadium maps that show up, you'll also have that show up as well, which is really nice. Now, the thing about being in Donkey Kong Bananza form is that you want to extend the time. So if you press up on your D-pad, you're going to want to go for this skill specifically, which is Bananargy level 1, which is going to help you last 30% longer. Now, if you max out this skill all the way by getting skill points and just placing all your skill points into this, you're then going to achieve 1 minute of being in Bananza form, which means you can do a lot more smashing to get more treasure maps much more efficiently. To enhance this method even further, once you arrive at the canyon layer, which is 2 layers later on, there is going to be an outfit for Pauline called the Giddy App outfit. Do the same method in order to collect the fossils that the shop says you need in order to upgrade it. And as you get that for Pauline and upgrade it, it's going to also extend the time that you're sitting in Kong Bananza form, specifically that one, and it's going to double up with the previous skill points we just talked about as well, which means Donkey Kong can then achieve a 1 minute and 30-second time in that Bananza form, which is going to be absolutely insane for you smashing. This method, like I said, can be used on every single sub-layer that you encounter in the game in order to show off all the fossils and all the bananas. If we have a clip here, let me throw it up that just shows my entire map marked with all this stuff, and you just have to head to the next location by holding the L button, seeing where the fossil are, or bananas are, and running to that exact spot to get all the stuff. So let me know if you'll be doing this right away when you're playing your game. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you in the next Donkey Kong Bananza video, which will be on your screen somewhere here.